everyone, it's Cynthia, the Intuitive Stitcher. You don't want to know what take this is. I'm running errands all day and now I need to pack because I'm leaving tomorrow for South Carolina. So it's been a day. Anyway, this is Flosstube number 56. It is April the 14th, Monday evening, and here I am. It's a short video because I only have a few things to show you that I stitched. And first of all, though, I want to welcome everyone to my channel. I want to thank you for your likes, for subscribing, for your comments, and I just want to thank you so much. To my new subscribers, and I do have a few, thank you for watching, and I hope that you do enjoy what I'm showing. So if you have any questions, you can always leave a comment, or I always post my email address in the description box along with everything that I've worked on, so that if you want to know or if you want to remember something, you don't have to go through the video. You can go right to that description box to see what I've said. So I'll talk a little bit about personal things later on when I'm done, but I want to get into showing you my WIPs. So what I did work on is, and this is Springo, which is, let me get my notes. Springo is, I want to say it right, on Facebook, because it's a tongue twister. It is Facebook Magazine Monthly Cross Stitch Challenge. Cross Stitch Challenge, Springo. It's similar to Bringo. I did Bringo, and that was fun. It's an everyday thing, and I did post my progress on the Facebook page when I was doing Bringo, but I'm not doing that with Springo because I wanted to see how things would go for me. I'm keeping track of everything that I do, but I'm not posting on Facebook. Because for Bringo, what we did was we posted before we worked on our piece, we stitched, and then we posted a picture of what the after part of it. So I knew that April was going to be busy, so I wasn't going to do that. So I did work on Black Vintage Sampler by Forest Embroidery, and here's the picture. And let me show you what I've been working on. The thread that I'm using is a dark, very dark gray. It is number 3799. I am stitching this on 16 count Aida, white Aida. And that is the whole thing so far. And what I was stitching on was the candelabra, the man, and I did a lot of flowers. So that is Black Vintage Sampler. And I'm going to show you the picture again, because I can't wait to get to the lady with the umbrella, because it reminds me of the movie with my favorite things, A Spoonful of Sugar, Mary Poppins. I like Mary Poppins. I even have Mary Poppins earrings. I don't have them on now, but I did buy Mary Poppins earrings, almost like this, with the umbrella. She's holding the umbrella. Those are what my earrings, sometime I'll show you. So that's Black Vintage Sampler that I'm working on. The next one I want to show you is called Simplicity, Little House Needleworks. This is the picture. And this is where I am. Oops, would help if it were right side up. There we go. So this was a Springo call. And so I finished the white and I started on the green. Simplicity. That's adorable. I really like that. All right. And then I got out my Peppermint Purple Stitch Along from 2023. This is a stitch along. Peppermint Purple has a Facebook page and also a website. 2023, this was started, and I didn't finish it. I have another one that I did finish during the pandemic from Peppermint Purple. I put that away because I have my Easter pieces out. So when I get that out, I'll show you that piece that's fully finished and framed. So this is done on 14 count Charles Craft Ada. I could tell you the color I'm using. I'm using metallic thread gold, and the green I'm using is $6.99. So let me show you where I am. And that is it. So last time, if you remember, I had a number 6 up here because it was block number 6. And I thought, I'm going to get that block done because the gold metallic thread is so slow going because I have to be careful that it doesn't fray. So I decided to do the 6th block. And that is what it is. And there's all of it. So now I think what I'm going to have to do, I can start the block down here and up here, but in order to do the blocks around there, I have to finish this gold border so that I don't mess up. So that is Peppermint Purple. Stitch along, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing with that one. The next one is My Sweet Valentine, Heaven and Earth Designs, and it is artwork by Laura Prindle. This is a beautiful pattern, a beautiful design. There you see the pinks, and it's just gorgeous. And I restarted because the Easy Grid fabric that I had was, I forget what count it was because I put it away. It could have been 25, and I've done 25 before, but it might have been 28. I've done it before, but I just had a really hard time seeing my stitches. So I thought, you know what, I have this gridded fabric. So I decided to do 18 count and start over. And I wasn't very far, so it's not like, you know, it's not a big deal. So this, you see that I'm starting now the purple, and it's hard to see the colors here because they're like almost like a subdued, like a green gray. So now I'll start the purple. That is My Sweet Valentine. So pretty. And then we have the Winter Rose Manor Stitch Along. I want to show you my progress. I will also have a video when I get back in about a week and a half for Winter Rose Manor and what we're going to be stitching for the month of May. So this is what I worked on for the month of April. You'll not believe it. My last 2 videos now this is my 3rd for tonight, I kept saying March instead of April. I thought, I'm just going to redo this a 3rd time and get it right. So this is Winter Rose Manor by Brenda Gervais. There's the title. And I'll show you what I'm stitching on. So what we're doing for April, let me get this so I can point to where we are. I'll be careful with the scissors. We're doing this motif here I want to make sure you can hear me. And the flowers in the flower pot. And then we have snowflakes to do. There's 2 snowflakes under the diamonds. And let me see. 2 snowflakes. I'm just going to show you then. 2 snowflakes under here. And this is my whole piece. Let me come over. There we go. I think that's all on there. That is Winter Rose Manor. And I'll come closer with this. So we are doing these 2 snowflakes for April. This, and these 2 snowflakes to be done by the end of April. And then, like I said, in May, I will come to you with, to let you know what we're going to be stitching. For those of you who are stitching along with me and a few stitchers, let you know what we're doing for May. Chris and I talked about it. Chris is the person in charge of what we're doing each month. And so we have an idea of what we're doing in May, but I'm not going to say it yet. I will say that when I do my Winter Rose Manor Stitch Along video. So that is Winter Rose Manor. If you want to join in, you can always send me an email if you have questions. You can always comment here if you have a question about it. And I'll, give you the details and let you know what's going on. I want to thank Chris for coming up with each motif for each month because she's doing a great job, and we're going to get this done. So it's very nice. Now, I had a busy day running errands all day, and when I'm done with this video, I'm going to start packing because my flight is at 6 a.m. So I'm being picked up at 3:45. So I need to pack. So I went to the post office today, and I went twice because last Flosstube I said I announced the winners for the giveaways. It was Gervais and Ethel. Well, I didn't get to the post office last week, and I went today. I went twice. The first time I stopped in, the line was very long, so I thought, well, I'll continue running my errands, and then I'll come back. When I went back to the post office, the line was still very long, and I stood there for a little bit, and the woman in front of me looked at me, and I said, I guess the people are mailing Easter gifts, Easter things. And she said, I think it's more income tax because it's due tomorrow. And I forgot all about that. I said, oh, mine was done weeks ago. I didn't even give that a thought, but I'm sure she was right. And because the man in front of us looked back and shook his head, yes, income tax. So I'm sorry, I didn't stand in that line because I think I would have been there for an hour. So Gervais and Ethel, I will get that out to you as soon as I get back. Everything is addressed. It just has to be mailed. So I hope, I'm sorry. I usually don't let this go that long without mailing something. So anyway, I am going to my daughter. I'm leaving tomorrow. I'm going to my daughter and her family in South Carolina. So I will be there over Easter. And I will be coming back next Wednesday evening. Easter is very important to me. It's an important holiday because I was in the ministry for 9 years, and Easter was such a busy time. And Easter is just, I love Easter. I love the story of Easter. And my daughter, who I'm going to see, was born on April the 9th, which was Good Friday, and I remember being taken to the hospital in a snowstorm, but it melted pretty quickly because it was warmer out. So yeah, she was born on Good Friday. And then what else? I think that's about it. So what I do when I go down on the holidays, we go shopping and, buy things that, we have my son-in-law's parents over, for a lunch or a dinner. It's usually like a late lunch, maybe around 1 or 2, and, just enjoy each other's company. So that's what I'm going to be doing for the next week and a half, and then I'll be back. So like I said, it's been a busy day, and I'm going to sign off now so that I can go start packing. So I'm wishing everyone a good week, a nice week, and I hope the weather's good wherever you are. And I'll be thinking about my Flosstube community and everyone who watches. So I want to thank you for joining me and for commenting, and I hope that you like what you see. My pieces, I guess I should show you quick. We're at 15 minutes. Let me show you. I showed these last time, but maybe some of you did not see it. If you want to know what patterns these are, leave a comment, or because I put all of that away. Leave a comment or send me an email, which is in the description box, and I will let you know the name of the pattern. I should put it on the back of the frame, and I don't. So I will need to start doing that. And this is the other one, Happy Easter, with a little bunny. I came in a little kit. I had to get the fabric and the floss, and the bunny came with a kit. And I had that professionally framed. I think it's pretty. And then this other one, you didn't notice, it has a little bee on it. There's a little bee right there. And this was also professionally framed. So, and that is it. So I will let you go on and do what you need to do, whether it's watching another Flosstuber or, going about your daily business, running errands, I will leave you go. So thank you for joining me. And like I said, have a good week, and I will see you next time. Bye.